Good afternoon. So let's conclude our analysis for the day. We'll start with the USD. This is what we had yesterday. We had a trend line from the top. We had a resistance. We had a resistance. We had a resistance. We had a resistance. We had a support from the lower side. So as it is now, somehow we are still upwards. If you draw this chart like this, you can see clearly that we do have a very good trend line from the top. We do have a very good trend line from the bottom, and we expect price to continue up to the upper trend line. So if the price successfully closes beyond the upper trend line, then that will mean we are continuing upwards. If the price now breaks below the lower trend line, then that will mean we are heading to the lower side. So that is precisely what we expect on this chart. If you're looking for horizontal levels, we do have a support here. We do have a support here, a resistance, sorry, this is a significant level. We do have another level here. So if the price approaches any of these levels, this or this, then those are going to be the correct places to look for a trade from. And if the price breaks above any of those levels, then that will mean we are looking for a trade from where the breakout has happened. The next chart I want us to look at is GBP USD. GBP USD. This has been bearish for some time. The previous week's candle actually continued massively to the lower side. The price proceeded much lower than we expected. So as it is now, we have a support here, we have a support here, we have a support here. We expect price to come up to this point. If the price can pull back towards this level, then this will be a good place to look for a trade from. So we're basically expecting price to move up. We want price to continue up to this resistance, so that we look for a sell from that point. We do expect that sell to take us up to the support which we have, which is 1.27818. So the next chart, this is USD Jpy. USD Jpy so far is bearish. We do have a support here. We do have a resistance there. We do have a level there. We do have a level there. So on the other side, we do have this here. So this is just a good resistance. We have a resistance, we have a resistance, we have a resistance, we have a resistance, and then you also have another level here. So as long as the price is held below this zone, we do expect a continuation to the lower side up to 105.166. So if you're on this chart now, you are supposed to be looking for sell positions. Expect price to continue down. Expect price to continue down as long as it is held below this level. So as long as the price is held below 105.897, expect a continuation to the lower side up to 105.166. The next chart I want us to look at, this is SP500. You can remember what we said previously. We expected this chart, we expected a continuation to the upper side. On the we had, wait just a second, let me delete out all the things on my screen. You remember we said that as long as the price was being held above this level, we expected it to continue to the upper side. So if you're on this chart now, you are supposed to be continuing with more buy positions. as the price, when the price remains, as long as the price remains above 3382.0, we do expect a continuation to the upper side, especially up to the high which you've seen so far. So if you add an indicator on this chart, you can see that we are somehow upwards. We do expect price to continue to the upper side. That is as long as it is held above 3382.0. So expect a move up to this resistance, where if it breaks beyond, we do expect a continuation much higher. On the daily chart, we have some good setup. This is still upwards, as you can see, although the price attempted to go below the indicator itself, but somehow we are still upwards. So still look for buy positions on this chart. I'm not going to look for a sell as it is now, but I expect more positions to the upper side. So the next chart is Brent oil. We have Brent oil here. This is the trend line we had previously, and then it also had this. So we have a resistance here, 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 we have a support, we have a support, we have a support. It's a clear breakout below this support. So we do expect a continuation to the lower side up to 38.059. So expect price to proceed down up to this point, where if it does break below, expect it to continue even lower up to this point. We also have another level here. So these are the levels to look for: 38.059, 29.478, and also 22.587. So let's move forward. Let's see what we have on our next chart. I will look at gold. This is how gold looks on my side. We are somehow in a range. The price is not going above below the lower trend line, but somehow it has now gone above this line here, the one at the top. So this means following this breakout, we do expect a continuation up to this resistance. We also have another level, which is this. So expect price to break beyond, retrace back, then continue up to 205.87. If it goes above this level, expect it to continue up to 2063.10. So thank you very much. That